December, my main goal is like, don't gain any more weight. It's not really about like losing it so much this month, which I have been, which is good. I've lost a couple pounds.
2 hours later.
I also got myself some Tootsie Rolls. I love a Tootsie Roll. I don't know what to say about it. I got me some Cherry Cardinal, like little Debbie things. I have never had this before, and I want to try it.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today, we are going to be talking about my favorite co-host, Amberlynn Reid. Now, if you're not familiar, Amberlynn has been doing Vlogmas. We talked about it recently. We are going to be going over the most recent videos that have been uploaded the past like 5 or 6, I think. I don't remember the last time that we exactly spoke about her. But we're not going to be watching all of these videos because there's just a lot of stuff that is not really important to what I want to talk about. But Amberlynn has been talking quite a bit about food and her eating and what she's eating, what she's not eating, why she's eating what she's eating, all of that stuff. And that's the thing that I think is really interesting. And that's what we're going to be mainly focusing on here. So with that being said, Rachel, who works with me, she does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. She put together a compilation of all of kind of the moments where food is the most important thing in the video. So we're going to be going over that in this video. Really quick, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Legion for sponsoring this video. Legion, I have been working with them for a few months. They make supplements and I've really been enjoying it. I think my favorite thing that I've had by them is the apple pie protein. It's really, really good, but their protein just in general, I really have been enjoying. They also have protein bars, which I've been liking. I like to throw them in the microwave just for a few seconds to help soften them up and just make them nice and warm. Legion is having a buy one, get one 50% off sale for the rest of the year. So if you are considering getting some supplements for the new year, some protein, maybe some pre-workout, I really enjoy pre-workout as well. Everything is buy one, get one 50% off. I'm pretty minimal when it comes to supplements. I don't take much and I'm pretty picky with who I end up working with and the supplements that I take. The reason that I really like Legion is their ingredients are second to none, as well as they don't use any proprietary blends in their formulas. So everything that you are curious about, all the information that you need to know is on the website. There's no tricks, especially in their marketing. They don't make any claims that these supplements are going to, take you to the next level and you absolutely need these. Supplements, I think, are something that can be very useful if you're someone that wants them, but they are not completely necessary. And I really like Legion and how they kind of stand behind their products, but they're also very honest and upfront about what they can do for you. So if you are considering trying any supplements, especially in the new year, I would really appreciate if you would use my code O2B. There will be a link down in the description that you can go ahead and click. And if it's your first time purchasing any Legion supplements, you'll actually get 20% off your order. And it will help me out as well. So anyone that uses that code, it does help me out and I really appreciate it. Huge thanks to Legion for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into it. Without further ado, let's get into it.
What I notice is greatly helping me is all the meals that I want to be cooking at home and that I have been cooking at home. I want to be low carb. So I used half of this turkey kielbasa yesterday. I'm going to use the other half right now.
Something I've always said, I think that cooking at home is one of the best things that you could do for yourself if you're trying to lose weight. Just the amount of calories that you can cut out from a meal by simply just making it at home. Because even if you are not cooking the best, like the chances are that the food that you're eating at home is going to be a lot less calories, especially if you are going out and ordering, like Red Lobster or Olive Garden frequently. It's going to be less calories if you are to cook food at home.
I'm going to add some oil to the pan and heat it up. But what I have found is like low carb, I don't know, slightly makes me feel better. So I do order takeout.
Yeah, I think low carb, for a lot of people it works. I think one of the biggest things is that a lot of people don't really like feeling super bloated. And when you're eating more carbs, the chances of you feeling a little bit more bloated are going to be a little bit higher. So a lot of times lower carb can make people feel better. They feel less bloated. That happens a lot. A lot of times people, get on keto, low carb, super low carb. and they'll lose a pretty significant amount of weight relatively quickly. A lot of times it is just water weight. I know I sound like Nick Ocado, but that really is what kind of happens. And people just feel better when they see that number on the scale to go down quickly. Maybe they feel like their clothes aren't as tight. And so that makes them feel like, oh, keto or super low carb is the diet for me, what I need to do, right?
So I allow myself to do it once a day, but I find that it's not satisfying me as much as when I cook. And I do cook a lot of the same things. Turkey kielbasa, chicken sausage, and I just make a lot of vegetables with it.
I think I don't have a problem with that, right? So she's saying, because that was one of the criticisms that I had, is like, if you are, like, it's okay to allow yourself to eat out every once in a while, but like when she's set to be like, I'm just going to eat out only once a day, it's like, dude, why not? Like, that's still so much. That's minimum 7 times a week that you are eating out. And I understand, Amberlynn says, I think later in this compilation, where, I don't want to just cut things out. And I agree with that, right? You don't need to just completely cut things out. But also, it's like, at least make it feel like sort of a challenge. Like, if you were eating out still every single day, I don't know. I just think it would be better to be like, let me just eat out a couple times a week, or maybe save it for the weekend, because Amber has the time, she's at home all day. She has the time to cook. And, and like what she's saying here, I agree with. Like, eating similar foods, having those staple meals is what I like to call them, can be really, really helpful for you because then you get really good at cooking these foods. And so it doesn't take much time at all. Like, you get this system and it takes you, 5 minutes to cook or whatever, however long it takes. Right. And so again, it makes that barrier of entry just lower. It makes it more likely that you are actually going to cook at home instead of just being like, you know what, I'm just going to order out. Right. So again, I don't think this is a bad plan of attack, right, to do it this way.
I currently ran out of broccoli, so I need to get more of that. I need to get more of all vegetables, but I find that just the simplicity of what I make helps me stay on track. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have a track right now. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that, like, the all or nothing approach doesn't work for me very well. So that's why I am allowing myself to have takeout once a day. But I think that, I think that, trying to get away from the all or nothing is a good idea. But I think trying to have some sort of plan to where you're not feeling like you're just kind of, shooting in the dark and just trying to find something that's magically going to work. A lot of times you have to put in the effort. It seems like she's just kind of hoping that there's going to be a solution that pops up through her just doing whatever, right? When instead, like, really try and put effort in and be like, I am going to lose weight. I am going to do this. I think she genuinely is afraid to do that because she's afraid of the backlash and of what people are going to say. But it's just interesting because she does so many other things. I mean, we'll see it in this compilation where she knows that people are going to be annoyed by it, but she does it anyway. So I don't understand why she's not more comfortable just being like, this is the plan that I want to do. This is what I want to try and do to lose weight and try and improve the quality of my life, right? Like, it's not like I'm just saying you need to lose weight because she needs to lose weight. Like, her losing weight and loses a significant amount of weight would be a genuine help to her life. And she's even said it herself, right? And so, like, this is something that should be on the forefront, really focused on. That I am wanting to cook. I'm not really wanting takeout as much. Because I've actually been eating at home and cooking at home, and I just feel so much better. Okay, you guys, so it is finished. And this is what I call volume eating. I'm not perfect with my eating. Really, for December, my main goal was lower my takeout consumption, cook meals at home, make it low carb when I do. And that's in replace for ordering takeout again or even twice. But I'm still having like Reese's and Uncrustables and caramel popcorn. December, my main goal is like, don't gain any more weight. It's not really about like losing it so much this month, which I have been, which is good. I've lost a couple pounds, well, a few pounds. Come January is when I'm gonna take it a little more seriously. Oh my God, this is so freaking good. What the hell? I also got myself some Tootsie Rolls. I love a Tootsie Roll. I don't know what to say about it. I got me some Cherry Cardinal, like little Debbie things. I have never had this before.
Does this say Cardinal or is it cordial? Cherry cordial? I don't know. I can't. I think that says cordial, cardinal. No, there's not. It's definitely not cardinal. Okay, sorry. It doesn't matter.
And I want to try it, and I just thought it looked cute. I don't know. So I saw this going around, and I had to try it. I was like, girl, that sounds like everything that I love. So let's do it. So you make bacon because you're going to need bacon bits. I don't like the pre-packed.
All right, so we're not going to watch this clip, the whole thing, because it's genuinely, it's quite, it's not something that I enjoy watching. But basically what she explains here is that she is going to basically scoop a bunch of cream cheese onto these different vegetables and then dip it in this bacon, right? And then, so that's kind of what she ends up doing here. So I just want to skip through a little bit of it because she's just kind of talking about this. And so, but just to give you a little bit of an idea here, we'll watch this clip.
I don't know. I feel like this would be fun to do with kids too. I feel like it's a healthier option than like giving kids like, I don't know, Nutter Butters. I don't know why that's the first thing that popped in my head, but you never know. And it could be fun to do with them.
I mean, maybe it would be fun. I don't know if comparing it to Nutter Butters makes the most sense in the world, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure how many kids are gonna want to eat celery with cream cheese dipped in bacon. But you know, I don't know. I don't have any children, so
Fucking good. But the OG, the green onion, I think that's where it's like where it's at. I mean, it's the OG. You know what I'm saying?
That is so much cream cheese. To each their own, but the amount that was used, I know we skipped through it, but the amount that was used for just a few pieces of vegetables is, I feel like it, and again, nutrition doesn't work like this, but it's just hard not to feel like you're negating any of the the benefits of the vegetables, you know, by putting this much cream cheese on it. But you know, hey, do your thing.
I would eat it with any of this, which I'm going to, but I can see why this is so popular. I feel massively gaslighted.
Okay, so this clip is interesting because I feel like she might be talking about me because this is something that I've kind of been doing in my videos is going, I don't know, I genuinely don't watch it, and maybe this is me putting myself on blast, but I genuinely don't watch anyone else that makes Amberlynn Reid content, like literally anybody else that does it. So I don't know if other people do this, but one thing I've been doing is kind of going through her thumbnails and talking about them and just, you know, kind of doing what she shows here. So I don't know if she's specifically talking about me or if she's talking about someone else, but I thought this was kind of funny. Again, it's kind of spending a good portion of her vlog trying to prove, quote unquote, the haters wrong or prove other people wrong, which I think that this argument is very interesting here.
I feel like I am insane and like I'm not remembering things correctly, so I had to go back and look. People are saying that I'm only eating on camera because of Tommy. No, I've been...
So... Again, there are plenty of other people that make videos about Amberlynn Reid. I don't think I've ever said that she only eats on camera because of Tommy. My argument is actually quite different. I use Tommy, I think, because she said, oh, Tommy wants to help me lose weight. So people that say that, you know, she's a feeder or whatever are so wrong. It's like, okay, if Tommy really wants to help you lose weight, why are you doing X, Y, Z, right? Why is this something that's happening? That's more my criticism. And so I don't think I've ever said that, like, oh, you're only eating on camera because of Tommy. I think clearly you have eaten on camera much before Tommy was in the picture. But it's interesting when you make these claims to say the reason Tommy isn't a feeder is because how could they be a feeder if they're actively wanting me to lose weight with them, or they're going to help me lose weight? They're going to take semaglutide with me, right? That was my argument more so. Again, maybe there's someone else that's making those claims. I don't know.
Eating on camera literally forever. In this video here, which was 5 months ago, it's around the time that I met Tommy, of course. And then, if you guys see here, I'm literally eating in this video. I literally am eating in this whole video, which was a month.
I don't think anyone's claiming that you didn't eat before on camera.
Month before I met Tommy. Forcing myself to eat, and then randomly and periodically in each of these videos, like I'm just randomly eating everything I ate today. Do I actually take a bite? Let's look. Of course I do. See? And this was posted just on June 14th. That was literally a few days before Tommy messaged me for the first time. Here I am, slurping on a slush. Again, 6 months ago. Eating 7 months ago. Drinking some Starbucks 6 months ago. Eating.
I love that she's like, you know, it's like, this is me proving the haters wrong. But then you scroll,
Eating.
you scroll by it's not coming up, but you scroll by a thumbnail where it's like talking about how, oh, my health is declining and why I'm seeing the doctors. And then it's like, see, I'm eating and I'm eating and I'm eating. You guys are so stupid. I always eat on camera. It's like, yeah, we know.
7 months ago, drinking some Starbucks.
Yeah, look, major health scare. Why I've been seeing doctors lately. It's just like focusing on the wrong thing, in my opinion. But, you know.
6 months ago, eating. You guys, I'm always eating. Like, it's just how I've always been. Stop.
Yeah.
Gaslighting me. I knew I wasn't crazy. Like, literally look at this nonsense. What I eat on a cheat day, and you bet your damn hot dollar I'm eating in it. Weigh in what I ate today. Oh, I'm eating in that too. Like, you guys, stop. Look, eating. I can't stop, won't stop.
I don't think I have to add anything.
We got the chicken nuggets, you guys. Taco Bell with chicken nuggets. One of each sauce. I am gonna try this without a sauce first. Not me getting the creeps already. I don't know why, but I just like have the creeps because it's all multi-textured and colored, and I'm like, what is happening? What? So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's super white meat, which is what I prefer. Darker meat isn't always my favorite. I will say the breading is super thick. All right, let's try the jalapeno honey situation type deal. Whoa. That's good. So this is the Bell sauce. Not bad. It's okay. Definitely prefer the honey jalapeno. Now let's go in for the fire ranch.
I mean, I know that I am not the target audience for this type of content, and I know there are plenty of people that literally make entire channels based on them eating, you know, trying different food, reviewing different fast food things, like, and this might make me seem so out of touch, and you know what, that's fine, I understand that, but like the thought of going to Taco Bell and ordering chicken nuggets is just so like not something I would ever do. It just doesn't seem worth it to me at all. And so I just don't get it. Again, maybe I'm super out of touch, but no, thank you.
It's good. Remember when I became an internet sensation and Hidden Valley commented on my TikTok? All right.
Bro. Oh my God.
So this is a chunkster, and really big pieces of meat creep me out. So is it gonna pass the Amberlynn test? Let's find out. I am absolutely dipping in this guy because this one's my favorite of the three. Gotta say, excuse the heck out of me. There's no weird tendon parts. There's no weird hard parts. There's no weird texture. Perfectly cooked. What is going on? Taco Bell, okay. Wow, I'm shocked, to be honest. They're not half bad. This one is like the most overcooked thing I've ever seen. Let's see how overcooked. That piece had a moment. A weird flavor moment that I'm not into.
I mean, I just like, how much are you expecting from Taco Bell chicken nuggets? I don't get it.
I might have just like ruined the whole thing for me. Now I'm looking at all of them and I'm like, oh no. I think I just got turned off by it. And that one just got juicy. That one was juicy. I don't do juicy chicken.
That is such a weird that's such a weird thing. I don't do juicy chicken. I only like dry chicken. Like what? Am I tripping?
How did it like start off really good and now it's like a flopsicle? Let's try this piece. I saw something. I saw something that looked so gross. Ugh. It was like gray and slimy looking. I don't know.
I mean, chickens have that. I don't know, man. That's just how chicken looks sometimes on the inside. Like, it's not all going to be perfect white meat. That's just not real life. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm never getting these again. It started off great, but I know as someone who is like low-key creeped out by chicken, some pieces are promising, but majority of the time they're disgusting. So I had to keep going. I had to keep trying different pieces, and I done knew deep down within my soul I was gonna find something not good, and I was just like holding on to hope. Nope, these are a no for me. Big fat no. So updates, I think
Okay, big change. We have a big change here from the last clip.
I'm gonna go back on semaglutide, or I want to try tirzepatide. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Either way.
Basically, it's like a stronger version. That's very layman's terms, but a lot of times, a lot of people, they see a lot more results on this.
They're both weight loss injections, and I'm pretty sure today I'm gonna sign up. There are so many websites.
I've always said this. I think this is a good idea. I think Amberlynn going on this, I think like if she sticks to it and she sees results, like I think that that's a good thing. I don't like at the end of the day, I think that Amberlynn going on a weight loss medication is a good idea. Maybe even getting a weight loss surgery could be a good idea for her. I think that these are options because Amberlynn, yes, she's tried, and I get frustrated because a lot of times at this point it feels like I feel like she's tried so many times that now when she tries, she just doesn't, because like once you've tried so many times and you've failed over and over and over and over and over and over again, like the willpower that you have is so low that now every time you try again, it's just less and less and less. And now we're at this point where it just like, you know, we talk about it all the time. It's just like, okay, how long is this diet gonna last, right? We joke about it, but that's what's happening now. So I think that her being very serious and actually going on this and staying on it could be genuinely life-changing for her. So I don't have a problem with this. I think that this is a good idea for her. And I've always said I'm pretty critical of these weight loss injections. A lot of people really think that I'm, hate them. It's definitely not how I feel. I think that they can be useful for a certain person. And I think Amberlynn is one of those people that I think this could be really, really helpful for. So if she actually means this and she actually does this and she actually sticks to it, I think that's a good thing. That's how I feel about that. I really do think that's a good thing.
Sites out there where you can get things like semaglutide. There's only a few true reputable ones, and I have been doing research for weeks now, and I think I finally chose the one. I don't really feel like sharing it because I don't know what it is, but sometimes like I'm biased and I'm a super indecisive person. So if so many people come at me with like a negative
yeah, I don't have a problem with this either. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Do it. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell anyone. Will that happen? I mean, we'll see. But I think that that's a good idea.
Aspect, which there's nothing negative about this. But with some of the people that watch me, they create negativity out of everything. No shade. But I think we're all aware of that by now. But anyways, I just don't want to say like what company or anything like that yet. For the sake of me like changing my mind. I don't want to change my mind. I want to go back on semaglutide. I felt at my absolute best. And right now I feel...
So then why did you stop? Oh, Whatever.
Horrible. So I'm signing up today. Today's the day. I'm signing up. I'll take you guys on that journey. And the reason why like I haven't been talking about this is because it became such like a weird taboo subject. And I also just like haven't been vlogging. I'm still back and forth, like losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight for the last like 6 months.
Haven't been vlogging? What are you talking about, brother? You've been doing freaking vlogmas. You've been vlogging every single day. I think there's a reason you didn't want to do it when you're with Tommy. You didn't want to do it because I think you would just wanted to spend time with them and not actually try and work on this. And this is a big reason. Like, forget all the feeder stuff. I mean, I don't think you should, but like, let's not talk about that because I feel like whenever you talk about that, it's like, clearly you don't actually care, right? That's how she feels. But like, it's clear that when you get in relationships, these things fall by the wayside. It's happened over and over and over again. And this is something that like, at this point you have to take seriously. You have to actually really take this seriously and really stick to the plan, right? And that's the biggest issue for me, at least, is that once you are in the vicinity of with whoever it is, the person that you're talking to right now, it's Tommy, right? Whether they're visiting you, you're visiting them, these things fall to the wayside. And it's not even specifically an Amberlynn thing. This is very common with people that are in relationships. It's harder because you have to worry. Like when you're focusing on yourself and you're by yourself, you can be a lot more selfish, right? But when Amberlynn is in a relationship, I mean, I don't know how selfish or selfless she is, but she ends up like, she just does not do the things that she says she is going to do, right? We've seen that time and time again, and that's the biggest issue. So if you can continue staying on this path while you're in a relationship with Tommy, I hope it works out. You know, I hope it works out for you. But it seems that it's very difficult for you to do that. That's something I've noticed.
But I just haven't been sharing that because really, like, I have just been like in my own little world, and I've taken a lot of stuff away from my vlogging. And with Vlogmas, I think it's like made me love vlogging again. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of has brought back a certain spark for me, and I've realized my life is my life. This is what I'm going through, and I'm done trying to like not film certain things because I'm afraid of what people are gonna say. Like, I don't care. I realized I am judged regardless. I'm done thinking in my head, I'm not going to share anything about weight loss because it's been such a taboo subject. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, it is what it is. Okay, I'm fully aware this angle is hex.
I mean, and it's a big part of your channel, right? Like if you don't talk about weight loss at all anymore, like the views will go down, right? This is what people are interested in. This is what started the channel. These are the things that people are interested in. So wanting, like, it makes sense why you'd like, you know, I need to start talking about this again.
Takana, but it is what it is in this moment. So I am signing up for sure today, right now. It's currently happening. It's asking me a bunch of questions because we're doing like an intake form, but it's asking what medications I'm interested in. There's a lot to choose from, but I'm going to click Ozempic, which is semaglutide, and I'm also going to click Mounjaro, which is the tirzepatide. It is super confusing to people who like don't understand, which I barely understand. But Mounjaro is the medicine, tirzepatide is the compound of it, just like Ozempic is the medicine and semaglutide is the compound of it. So those are the ones I'm interested in because I'm actually scheduling an appointment with the provider. So you will be seeing a doctor and a nutritionist, which I think is so freaking awesome.
It's just frustrating because like we're starting over when like, man, Amber, if you would have just stuck to what you were already doing, imagine where you'd be, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, I hope you do this and I hope you stick to it. That's what matters at the end of the day, sticking to it. Because imagine if you would have stuck to it. Like if you stick to this, imagine where you'll be next year. The amount of weight that you can lose, like this can literally be life-changing. And so I really do wish her the best in this endeavor for sure.
I already have my doctor's appointment scheduled for the 26th. One day after Christmas and one day before my birthday. I think we're gonna be starting the new year on a good note. I ordered dinner. I got Red Lobster. So
and and here we are. So like I understand that you can be like, oh well, you know, she's, you know, she hasn't had the meetings yet, and you know, you're gonna have these. You know, I'm going to have this last meal. I'm sure that's not how she's thinking it, but it's just like, this is the problem, is that it feels like a lot of times with these things, the Amberlynn will be like, oh, I'm going to start doing this. It's like this hope that it's going to, like once she starts, everything's going to fix itself, when that's just not how it works, right? Like even with these medicines, they do help you lose weight, obviously, but you can't just expect to take the medicine and then everything will sort itself out. It's just not how it works. There has to be a lot of work that you have to do yourself. And Amberlynn, like I genuinely, truly, I've tried to make this clear. I want you to be successful in this. And so I really hope that you do put in the work that is necessary while using these helpful things, right? These injections to help you lose weight, and so you can have a life and start living and not just kind of existing with the things that you're doing right now. You said it yourself. You feel worse than you have in a long time, and that doesn't have to be the case, right? But you have to take accountability and be very serious about this, right? Like the position that you're in, it's just not good. Like, and there's changes that can be made, and there's things that can improve in your life. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of talking in circles now, but
usually when I get Red Lobster, I do the pick 2 shrimp, but I decided to try an actual like entree from there. Entree, sorry.
An entry. Okay.
Excuse me. So it's this new pasta, and I also got their dynamite shrimp because I really wanted to try it. Of course, it comes with their cheesy biscuit bread type deal. So this is my Christmas Eve dinner.
So what we're going to do, I don't think we have to go through all of this, but I'm going to skip towards the end of this meal because there's something that she does that's a little bizarre. So Amberlynn ends up eating a little bit of this pasta dish. She eats a ton of shrimp. Let's not talk about the shrimp gate again. She has some ice cream and some cake, but then it's what she does with the food after she's done with it that it's a little interesting. So let's go ahead and see what she has to do.
As I did finish the ice cream, but not the cake, which is actually pretty easy for me to say no to because I'm not 100% an icing girly. I'm more so like the fluff in the middle, if you know what I'm saying.
That is a large piece of cake for sure.
But I'm not gonna lie, that cake is delicious. Definitely recommend. So I know a lot of people will probably get upset with this because it is wasting food, but I really want to be able to have things like this and eat it in moderation. I had less than half of the pasta, and I also had half of the cake. I'm definitely not tempted by this, so it doesn't even really matter, but this is a little tempting. So when I do have moments like that, of course, salt. Why not?
I mean, I can see the vision and maybe why you do this, but this feels a little strange when you could just throw it away. I mean, or if, I don't know, like, I guess she struggles with maybe if she tried to save it for later, she'd probably just try and eat it again, which I understand that. But maybe just throw it away instead of, I don't really understand the whole salt thing. Maybe she's like genuinely afraid of that she might like try and eat the food out of the trash. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she feels that way.
Some people use dish soap. Some people do hot sauce. It's okay to have these foods in moderation, even if you don't trust yourself fully with them. Like, telling yourself that you can't have something is simply going to make yourself want it more. Again.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, right? But like, also, it's okay to practice moderation and be like, in this season of my life, I'm going to say no to cake. Like, that's the way I see moderation. I think that, yes, like saying I'm never going to have cake. I'm never going to have XYZ thing. Yeah, that's not realistic. But being able to be like, in this season of my life for the next however long, I'm going to try and moderate and not have cake as much, right? Maybe I'll have cake when it's, I am celebrating something with people around instead of just like, I'm going to order, I guess it was like Christmas Eve, but like, I'm going to order food in by myself. I'm going to eat it alone by myself. And I'm like, why not just cook a meal then? I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand, but.
Everyone is different, but you are still allowed to have these things, even if you have to go to these quote unquote drastic measures to prevent yourself from overeating. Like, it's okay. Do not let people shame you. I genuinely feel like so many people are going to be mad at me for that, but I don't care. Like, I just want to do what is right for me.
I mean, is it right for you though? Is this working? Is it? It doesn't feel like it is.
And if I go cold turkey completely, and I'm just like, I'm never gonna allow myself to have cake ever again. Like, your girl's gonna have cake. It's gonna make me want it even more. Like, you want what you can't have. Like, that's just like reality. That's just like how humans work. We literally want what we can't have.
So that's basically the entire video that we have clipped up. And I do want to say that Amberlynn had a nice video with her mom on Christmas where they actually, it was really cool. They made these baskets, or her mom made these baskets for homeless people in the area, which I think is a good thing, especially when now that I live in New England, I realize how freaking cold it is during the winter and how useful those things can be for people that don't have a house. So I think that that's a good thing. I genuinely feel like when Amberlynn is actually at home with her family, her mom and stuff, like, she's in a better place. The videos are a lot better. They're actually vlogs, not just sitting in one spot talking about whatever random thing comes into her mind. So it does seem that she's doing better when she's home. And so I don't know, like this whole Vlogmas thing it's frustrating. I mean, just talking about Amberlynn in general is frustrating because at the end of the day, like all of these little things, while they annoying, like I genuinely want her to be successful and I want her to see success in weight loss because I do think that would be so unbelievably good for her, right? Like it would make her life so much better. And so it is frustrating when I see stuff like this over and over again. And then I feel like she's trying to explain to me why, you know, the things that I'm saying are so ridiculous and no one can actually do that. And you can't expect that. And it's just like, dude, if losing weight is the most important thing in your life, there are so many things that you can do to make that happen. And it just doesn't feel that that's how Amberlynn feels, you know? And like, I know some people are like, well, losing weight shouldn't be the most important thing in your life. Maybe not for everyone, but I think when you're at the position that Amberlynn is, I think it makes sense for that to be the most important thing for you, you know? And I think, yeah, it's good to heal, you know, trauma and like the mental things. All of those things I think can be worked in conjunction while trying to lose weight. But again, that's just how I feel. I would love to know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. If you made it to the end of the video, it really means a lot to me. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, it would mean a lot. It helps the channel out a lot. If you want to leave a comment, that obviously helps. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.